Hi, this is Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I'm going to do another basic recipe. This is on fixing mashed potatoes, and you would be surprised at how many people don't know how to fix mashed potatoes. So I'm going to show you the way that I do it. Might not be the way that everybody does it, but it's the way that I do it, and you can get the general idea and learn how to fix mashed potatoes. Alright, I've got a bowl of potatoes here. I'm fixing some for tonight, and I want some left so tomorrow I can show you how to fix potato cakes or potato pancakes. But right now we're going to do the mashed potatoes. Alright, I've got this potato peeler. Went to Walmart, got a potato peeler like this. I think it was like $7 or $8. Nothing fancy. It's just been the best one that I've had. So you're gonna take your potato and you start with the blade right there. I hope y'all can see this. And you just peel your potato. And you don't, I'm real picky about my potatoes. I've told y'all this before, but I want to make sure that there is no spots on my potatoes. So I peeled them really good. And you just, usually, I wouldn't do this usually on the table, but usually I'd have the trash can sitting here beside me. Since I'm in a wheelchair and I'm sitting down, it's just a lot easier for me to peel my potatoes right here at the table. And like I said, I'd usually have the trash can beside me. But I've got that bowl with water. I don't usually do this either. I just usually put them in the pan, but I've got them in water this time. And so I'm just peeling the potatoes. This goes right down in the, if there's any little holes or whatever, it'll go right down in and get all the peeling off of the potatoes, the spots. This is really sharp, so it does really good. Peel these potatoes, so you should have the gist of what I do to get all the spots and stuff off of the potatoes, all the peeling. These are just russet potatoes. Russet potatoes are usually the best ones for mashed potatoes, but you can use any that you want or any that you have. I just like to use russet potatoes. Idaho potatoes are good for mashed potatoes too. But I'm going to finish peeling these potatoes, and then what I'm going to do is I'll take them over to the sink and I'll wash them off really good, and then I'll drain the water off of them, and I'll bring them back over here, and I'll slice them, and I'll bring you back at that point. Okay, I'm back. Here's the potatoes. They've been rinsed off. I've just got them in that pan of water. Here's my knife. And usually what I would do is I would use a paring knife and slice it. But just for this movie, I'm just going to give them a rough chop and let them go, because it really doesn't matter how you cut up potatoes, because they're all going, they're all going to be cooked the same, and you're going to do the same thing to them. So I'm just giving these a rough chop just so I could get them done and show you. Alright, I wanted to bring you back and show you this. When I got into chopping some of the potatoes, they were like this inside. So all I did was just cut that end off of the potato, and then I just chopped up the rest of the potato, what was left of it. And it's not going to hurt your potato. I know you've gone into restaurants or something and gotten a baked potato and there's been a black spot in it or something like that. So, I mean, it's not going to hurt you, but just make sure you cut that part out. And so I just wanted to bring you back and show you that. Okay, I'm back. Now I've rinsed these potatoes. I've cut them up, rinsed them. I have them on my New Wave induction cooktop. If you don't have one of those, then you would use your stove, the eye of your stove. You're going to put it on high, which on mine is sear. Potatoes just with maybe an inch above the potatoes. And I hope y'all can see this. And I'm just gonna, I use Morton iodized salt. And I'm gonna put probably a good tablespoon and a half of salt in these potatoes, because I know that if you don't get them salted while they're cooking, you will never get them salty enough after they've cooked. So here they are. I'm going to let them come up to a boil. Once they come up to a boil, I'll cut the heat down, and then I'll bring you back to show you how I tell whether they're done or not. Okay, I'm back, and I want to show you what I do. You can see the water's gotten cloudy. That's from the starch. And you just take a fork and push it down in the pot and make sure that the potatoes are all fork tender. And you'll see they'll break up and everything, but you'll know when your potatoes are fork tender. And then now I'm going to cut them off. I'm going to take them over to the sink and strain them, get all the water out, and I'll bring you right back when I get ready to fix the actual mashed potatoes. Okay, I'm back. And you can see they are really nice and soft for me to fix the mashed potatoes. And what you need to get, if some people use an electric hand mixer, but I use a potato masher, and you can get these at Walmart for little or nothing. You take your potato masher. Well, first, and I know people are probably gonna say that this is too much, but I'm putting a stick of Bluebonnet margarine. If you like butter, put butter in there. Put as much as you want in there. If you just want a half a stick of butter or margarine, then do that. Then you put about a fourth of a cup of milk, depending on how many potatoes you're fixing. And then you just take your masher, you mash them all up. And I put pepper. We like pepper here, so I put a lot of pepper, but that's up to you on how much pepper you want. You put as much as you want in there. And remember, it's already been salted, so you don't, when you taste them, when you put them on your plate or whatever, if they're still not salty enough, you can try to put salt on them. Alright, so now I'm going to take them and And I've got my bowl here. Just put them in your bowl. Okay, here's the finished dish. And I'm going to get me out a little bit because these are for dinner, but I'm going to get me out a little bit. Put it in a bowl. And taste them. And don't forget to come back tomorrow because what I have left I'm going to make potato pancakes with. So here's my little bowl of mashed potatoes. I'm going to take a bite of them. Now they are really good, and I don't need any more salt on them. They have enough salt in them from where I salted them before I cooked them. So that's such an important step there in making mashed potatoes, is making sure that you have enough salt to make them salty enough so when you mash them that you don't have to keep putting salt on them. But here they are. I hope you like this recipe. Like I said, there's so many different ways that you can make these. You could leave out the margarine and put sour cream in there. There's just a lot of ways that you can make mashed potatoes. But this is the simple, old-fashioned southern way that we make mashed potatoes around here. So if you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.